Yep.
All right, we have started the broadcast. Hi, everyone. This is Andrew Gerbers with DS Domination. We are part of the Dream Team. It's a group of us that are just dominating since we've started this company about a year ago. My story, um, I started this around December. We're actually November 2013. I started from an airport. Somebody sent me a link to this little thing about eBay and Amazon, and after about four hours in between flights, I got my first eBay listing up, and it's been a whirlwind since, and I'm just having a great time. And tonight, want to introduce a great panel tonight of people that are just on the Dream Team, and we're not all quite on the same team, but we're all part of Kenya Alu's and Trent Weidman's team. They started the Dream Team about a year ago, and it's just growing and growing. And we do these Monday night hangouts to tell our story and just to get you guys some belief that this thing is changing lives. People are able to stay at home, take care of their kids, making full-time income. And it's full-time income, part-time income, and I'm just really excited to introduce. We have, and I'm just going to go through the panel. We got a lot of people on tonight, so we're not on all night. I'm going to introduce you our first. We're going to go get a little divine here. We're going to go to Kimberly Jackson. Let's hear your story and what you'd like to talk about tonight about experience with DS.
Good evening. Thank you so much. Wow, I'm first. My name is Kimberly Jackson. I am a mother and a grandmother. I have a 3 and a 4-year-old, and then I married a man who had 4 adult children, and he was willing to do it again, and so we started fresh, all from scratch. And something that I have never shared before, but I wanted to bring to you and share it because I think that it's so poignant. Out of respect for my husband, I have never shared this side of my life because it was so much his story. Approximately 4 years ago, this month, we heard a very loud banging on our door. It was something like this. And then a ringing of the doorbell that was just outrageous. And we went to the door, and there were 8 to 12 armed men outside of our house. And they said to my husband, "We have a warrant for your arrest." This is a man that has never been arrested. He has had 2 or 3 driving record incidents where they were, bumper things, and that was the only thing on his record. Come to find out, the IRS had decided that they were going to convict my husband, and they did not audit us. There was no letter telling us that there was an audit. There was no communication from them. There was a warrant for a felony arrest for my sweet, gentle husband. And silly me, I didn't know anything about the system, and so I got a call from the judge's clerk to verify some information, and I said to her, "I don't understand. Did we miss something? Would have just come down to the courthouse if you had told us that you wanted us to come down." And she was kind of shocked by this because she'd never heard anybody so willing to obey the law that had a warrant for their arrest. Well, he was tried and convicted and sent to prison. And I began as an internet marketer 2 years ago. I wanted to provide for my family, and I wanted to build our dreams, and I knew that my husband's record would now prohibit him from finding work, from getting a loan, from buying a home, just about everything, because he now has a record. And like almost every person out there, I at one time had bigoted ideas as well. I thought, well, they're felons, but I've since learned that there are varying degrees of felons. And I worked really hard to help other people in online marketing. And I built a team. I brought them together. I was just on fire. I did daily videos for people, and they made no money. They made zip. I was making money off of them, but they weren't making money, and it broke my heart. Because the idea is to help people. And my good friend Judy introduced me to DS Domination, and I thought the name was pathetic. And I'm sorry, I was like, Domination sounds a little odd. That's okay. I thought, we'll give it a shot. And I made my first sale. And within 2 months, I had made more money on using DS Domination training than I had in the 19 months previous working as an online marketer. And I had done zero recruiting. None. Because I wanted to be sure this time. I wanted to know my product was something that I could help other people reproduce. And it was. And almost immediately, my business was in the black instead of the red. I was never in the black. I was always in. My business always cost more previous to DS Domination than what I made in the business, and that was shocking to me. The money cycles within itself now. Plus, I can take money out. And I was so excited. Well, as the time progressed, I started to realize that people that had pasts or smudges on their record, their background check, they could not get jobs. People would not trust them because they didn't understand. And there's a lot of bigotry. And I realized that many people out there, many people need to be reached, and they need to understand that being your own boss, owning your own business, may be the best hope you have to provide for your family if you have a past. And out of respect for my sweet husband, I did not tell people. I would refer to myself that I was a solo mom. But I did not tell people because that was so much his story. And he was so embarrassed by the fact that he is now a felon. But it's time. And it's time to reach out to these people who have made a mistake. Should a man or a woman who was convicted of something when they're 19 still be paying for it when they're 40 or 50 or 60? And yet that comes up on their background check. I didn't think that was right or just. And so this solo mom reaches out to all people everywhere who want to make a difference in their families' lives, who want to be successful, and who want to provide. It doesn't matter where you've been. It matters where you're going, and it matters what you're doing about getting there. And this is the vehicle that will get you there, because you are divinely foreordained to succeed. God created you. I don't care if you believe in him or not. I do. God created you, and he created you to be successful. So you just needed to find the vehicle. And today, on this webinar, you have found the vehicle that is going to help you reach your goals and your dreams. And that is what you're going to hear in the stories that follow, are how other people, just like you, they're no different, grabbed hold, became successful, and just have torn it up. And that's my story today.
Kimberly, thank you for sharing. That's a lot of personal information, and you had a great point there about labels. We get labels we put on us, and we think we can't do something because we're a felon or we are a criminal or we're a mom. I actually prejudged somebody on my team because she was a mom that had four kids at home, and I just figured she couldn't do it because she'd be too busy. And lo and behold, she does better than me. So I go over to her house sometimes. Like, help, Evan having a slow week. Help me find some stuff. And so like, come on, Andy, get this going. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, I prejudged you. So
well, moms are masters, masters
I know.
at
I just
multitasking.
And it's not just that, the multitasking, it's just the ideas. Me, I'm like, I think I want to, I always think about stuff that I would buy. The training has stuff, but you get other people's, and that's what's great about the Dream Team. We give each other ideas if we're not doing something right, or even the training tells you how to title and how to title your listings, and sometimes just talking with each other, we get different ideas on titles and how people will search stuff, and it's just but that's just a powerful testimony, Kimberly, and thanks for sharing, and I'll be praying for you and your family and hoping that you get that thing settled, because
Thank you, Andrew.
Next on the panel here, at least on my toolbar on the bottom, we got Denise, and you're from Houston?
Yeah, in Houston area. It's actually Missouri City, which is right outside of Houston, about 5 minutes from the line. I actually started with DS Domination Thanksgiving weekend because I figured, a good 3-day weekend to get started with the training and everything, and so that's when I started, which I personally probably would not advise anyone to start in December for Christmas sales, trying to go through the training and list items and keep everything, the stock tracked and everything. But what I like about DS Domination is my history is that I started with different MLM programs. So I think I was 18 and I got involved with Avon, and I've been in all of them. I mean, Herbalife, Avon, Mary Kay, Alouette, Amway, all of them. And there's this. It was always a big push through for them. Recruit, 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 and I was never really. I couldn't really recruit. I could sell the stuff. I could sell makeup and mascara like you wouldn't believe, but I couldn't really recruit. And it was because everybody was like, when you go and you have to do all these home parties. I don't want to do a home party. I don't want to go do all that. And with DS Domination, you don't have to. I mean, it's perfect if you're a single mom and you've got 2 kids. I mean, who wants to get a babysitter just to go do a home party or, something like that. They don't have to. They can just sit at home, take their time. I have a full-time job. I'm a staff accountant here in the Houston area, and I can do this at night and in the morning. The orders come in overnight. I put the orders in the morning. I go to work, come home, fill more orders, post a few more items up, and then on the weekend I just, boom, 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 list. And it's great, for if you have a full-time job or a part-time job. You can easily work this in, and it's, you don't have that stigma of having to recruit over your head all the time with so many other types of programs that are out there. And that's why I think I've been able to introduce it to so many people. My sister was a regional distributor with Herbalife, and they terminated her because she was doing some Google ads. Well, guess who's under me? My sister. I told her about how well I was doing, with my eBay sales, and she was like, "Really? You made $2,000 in profit one month?" Oh, yeah. So she joined. It's so. It's easy as long as you're persistent with it and you don't overthink it too much, and you follow the training, it's really, it's all there. I hear people on, that their sponsors might not help them out or something, but this is so simple. You just follow the videos and it walks you through it. You know, you don't have to think about it. Anybody can do this. Um, you know, that, and that's what I really like about it. I think is that you don't have that um, worry about trying to recruit all the time. It's just you just go post stuff up there, and people are wanting to buy these products. They're searching for what you got there. Boom, you make a sale, your phone goes cha-ching, and you're good to go. And that's what I like about it. And it's been, you know, yeah, it's really,
Yeah, that you,
and my husband's thrilled. He's never thrilled about any of these things I've done. He's always like, oh God, what are you getting into now? Now he's like, you made a sale, go list some more stuff. You know, he loves it. So, you know, that's getting the okay from the husband. That's a big deal for me too.
well, you're getting the okay from your husband because you're making
Money,
money.
not spending it on product.
You made a good point in there. A lot of these other traditional companies, they have all these little rules. You can't advertise this way. You can't, you know, you can't be in two companies at once. I know with DS Domination, if you're in some other company, you can. We don't care. You know, Roger Langell, I know he said, well, we'll just help you sell your products. It don't matter.
Yeah.
We don't care. So if they allow you, you know, but you know, we don't have any restrictions at DS Domination on what you do. They just want you to succeed, and they, you know, we have the best platform to help you with that. But yeah, we will go next. Let's talk to Silas. Hi, how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Excellent. So what is your story? You've been doing this almost a year now?
Yeah. I started about a year ago in late September.
Okay.
I think I got off to a pretty slow start, pretty skeptical start, like I think a lot of people did. Once I started making a couple sales, I started seeing that the system was working. It was all brand new to me. It was my first time even doing anything online or any kind of own business, so I was kind of like mostly trying to learn. And then around November, Christmas time frame, it exploded with sales. It built up my confidence. I started learning a lot, and I just kept it going from there. Fast forward a couple months, I kind of slowed down. My day job was kind of getting in the way. Oh, that was my excuse at least, right? But I was just, I realized that this was too good of a system to work, that I wasn't going to let it get away from me. So I started back on it, started learning, just started kind of just investing in myself. I mean, I went from pro to elite to getting, you know, all the different products that are available, and just started connecting with people and trying to learn from different people how they operate and how they do things, and just trying to get all the knowledge I can. By doing that, I mean, sorry, go ahead.
A question for you. You said you kind of went slow a little bit. How did you get back out of that? Because one thing with this training, if you don't follow the training and you get slow, people get discouraged and they'll quit after a week. But
right.
How did you persevere and get it going again?
I mean, for me personally, I'm not one that usually quits that easy. Even though I slowed down, all I did was go back to the training, started from step one, and started over. I already had some knowledge of some stuff, but I said I need to start from step one and pick it up again, and that's what I did. Coming on the webinars and just listening to the different webinars and the live trainings is what kept me going and motivated, and knowing that I was getting more information and more knowledge, that by me starting again and by me picking it up again, that I was going to be okay in the system, and that I was, you know, the knowledge I had now was going to help me be successful. So there was at that point, there's no turning back. So, and I keep growing and I keep learning. So there's a lot of stuff, but it's definitely good tools.
Yeah, that's a great point. We have Roger Langell is the main person that trains us on the eBay
Right.
and on the Amazon side, and he does weekly webinars where he does it live in front of your face, shows you exactly step by step how to find products that sell.
Right.
a newbie mistake is they just go on there, oh, that looks like a good deal, I could sell that. It sometimes can work, but it doesn't. We teach you how to find products that sell, and it's not, there's all types. I think I was selling some weird baby art or something. I found something. I would never, the training teaches you how to find stuff that you would never think of. And and he does it live. He does it to where, he gets in the mind of a new person and clicks on this. Oh yeah, this sold 2 days ago for $25 profit. Okay, next, and he does it in 5 minutes. So and all of us, we got to keep our game on. Roger was doing it for 10 years and was a titanium eBay power seller, but sometimes we do the training once and think we're just as good as him. So I and everyone and a lot of people, pretty much anyone that's successful in it stays on those weekly trainings to, we do pretty good, but we do these hangouts and we keep training. So at one point we're about as good as him is what our goal is. But that is a but yeah, where are you from, Silas?
From El Paso, Texas.
El Paso, Texas. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next on the panel we have Sheila Mott. Tell us your story.
Hey guys, it's good to be on here again and seeing some new faces, so that's really cool. My story, it's instead of the old story that I have been saying, talking about. With my success, there's a lot of new stuff going on, so I'm real excited about that. But just quickly, I joined almost a year ago, but I worked a very, very stressful accounting job, and so I didn't have much time to really even get into the training or anything like that, although I could see the possibilities. I actually signed up under Trent, so it was pretty new at that time, and so that was pretty cool. But when I started, I wasn't in PayPal jail or anything like that, so that was really nice for me. And my first month in pro, I did $464 profit in my first 30 days. So obviously, $20, paid $20, made $464. It was obviously that was the what I was looking for. So I went to Elite right away, and then basically have just grown probably 30 to 50% profit each month since. But the biggest thing about it for me is the journey. It's been quite a journey for me as an entrepreneur. I've got that entrepreneur spirit, which is a great thing, but it's also a hard thing. As Denise was talking about, getting involved in lots of different things and trying things out. And I've owned retail businesses. I actually owned an accounting firm. I owned a tax office, those kinds of things. But even with all of that, I never got the personal growth that I've been getting with the Dream Team. And that's a phenomenal thing for me as an accountant, as an entrepreneur, business person. So much so that it's kind of it's bleeding into my family as well. So one thing I wanted to mention, something really exciting, is that when I first started doing this, of course, my family thought, I was kind of crazy and whatever, okay, and I had their support, but they're like, okay, whatever, because I actually quit my job after 30, 45 days of being in DS domination. I believed in it that much. I just quit my job. I said, I'm going to do this full time. I'm going to get into it. I saw what the Dream Team had. The leaders with Trent, Kenyon, Alessandro, what they were bringing on the table, I knew that's where I needed to be and to grow with them. And so needless to say, today, both of my kids, they're adult kids, they're signed up and they're doing eBay. And as of today, my husband, who wasn't really sure about it all for a while, he has just put in his 2 weeks notice at his job because he believes in it so much. So I'm real excited about that. So we're going to be a team, him and I. We've always been a great team. And where he has seen is because this business, whether you're just looking for something where you want to just pay your car payment, you know, or you want to help your husband out with the bills. You're a stay-at-home mom and wanting to make that car payment. You know, it's wonderful for that. As you can see, in my first 30 days, it was that type of income. Or it can be as big as it's retirement wealth. You know, that's how big you can get into it. You're not forced to get into that big if you don't want to, but you can. The ability is there because of all the streams of income that it provides. So that's one of the biggest things that I'm so excited about DS Domination, or that I love about DS Domination. Because most people don't understand wealth. You know, wealth is not money. Money does not define wealth. We've all been receiving money our entire lives, you know, through our jobs and just receiving money, but we've never obtained wealth. Wealth actually is defined by capital, or ROI, return of investment, and DS Domination has all of that. So if you're that entrepreneur spirit person who's maybe on the fence, looking for something that you can go beyond just even a great income, but really have that retirement wealth, DS Domination is phenomenal. The dream team, the personal growth of that is phenomenal. The things that they bring, like the print money formula they just brought, it is so exciting. That's one of the things my husband's very excited about, as well as Genesis, the Amazon, which is one of the highest levels of investment that we're real excited about. So I can't say enough, you know, about that. If you're an entrepreneur looking for that type of business or stay-at-home or growth, you need to jump into it. You don't need to think about it anymore, to be honest with you. So I'm real excited about it. Still growing, still lots of things available that I haven't even tapped into myself. But it is a great business. It's been a blessing for me and my family and our lives, and it's really changed us spiritually, honestly, and financially, and as well as the spiritual side, because I'm able to now have the time to give of myself to my church. You know, I'm in the food bank. I work in the food bank, in counseling as well. So I'm able to do those things that are important in life that I can actually, you know, be proud of. To be proud of that I'm living my life, just not working day to day, trying to pay the bills, trying to make some money. Depending on corporate, you know, for my retirement, I'm actually doing something that I can to work something for somebody else to help others, you know. So anyway, that's kind of my story. So
that is powerful. I was just thinking about this. I was like, well, most family businesses, you need, you know, probably a few $100,000, if not more, to get something like that going. And I don't know any other home business where one of the person starts, does well, and then the kids start, and then you got the whole family that are all just teamed up and having a real business and using. She was talking about a system called Genesis where you start. It's more of a longer process where you start. Dealing with suppliers from other countries and even countries in here, and liquidation products, and you start branding your own stuff, and it's big money, but we usually don't recommend people unless they want to have a challenge like that to you're basically sourcing your own items. And it does take capital up front to do that, but you'll have to talk to us outside here of the money that is being made already on our team, and I guarantee Sheila is one of those people. And I'm doing that myself, and I'm doing the eBay stuff I'm doing the eBay stuff kind of on the side, and I'm actually outsourcing the labor to do the eBay because I'm trying to focus my time on Genesis and kind of the wealth building and the leadership and helping people right here get their businesses going, because I can't stand people quitting. That just drives me nuts. I don't care if they're on my team or not. I'm just like, come on, this is not that hard. So this is why I like to get on these hangouts and just if you're struggling, the dream team is there for you. You get with us, we'll get you going back again. It's not, and I hate when people quit, and it can be frustrating, and I've quit the other MLM or the other home businesses before because I just got burnt out doing it. But this you can make money, and you can create the time to. You don't have to work 50, 60, 70 hours a week. You can do it 10 to 20 hours. You can start making some great money. But yeah, but thank you for your story, Sheila. And we got Lisa on, Lisa Gilbert. She's been with us about a month now, and she's gonna,
actually a year.
oh, is it a year? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're like in the Monopoly program.
Well, I started back in October of last year, and
Okay.
I actually started, at the pro level, and immediately decided to go to the elite level and work myself up to, every product that there is in DS Domination. What I really love about DS Domination, and when it first came across my email, back in October of last year, I realized that this was something for anybody and everybody to do. It didn't matter if you've ever made money online before. It didn't matter if someone had a background in network marketing. This is something that a teenager can do to earn extra money. It's for a college kid. On my team, I have someone that's 78 years old that's doing DS Domination. I have someone that's 14 years old that's working with his parents doing this. So originally when I first saw it, I said, I don't know if this is really for me because I work in a dental office about 50 hours a week. So being that I'm, in a dental office, I'm not in front of my computer all the time, I said, I don't know if this is really for me. But then my business partner, Stacy out of Texas, said to me, you have this wrong. You're not going to the post office to mail a package away. You're not going to the store and buying something. You're learning how to do something without even ever touching the product. So then I said, you know what, let me really look at this. So I joined, that day, and I registered for Roger's webinar that Wednesday night, the pro training, and I realized that after, even though I logged on early, that there were 1,000 people that got on there before me, and I said, this is something that is probably really good and something that I really want to share with people. So immediately I started sharing this with friends and family, something I've never done before with any network marketing company I've ever been with. I didn't want to share it with friends and family. They didn't want to get involved with selling any kind of products, lotions, energy drinks, makeup. They had no interest in it. But when I presented this to them as something that they can do, on their spare time, they're going to be learning, as I say, almost like a new profession, because I do consider this a profession, and I don't treat it as a hobby. I do treat it as a business. People started really grasping this as something that they can do as a family, and they can do this full-time, they can do this part-time, they can do this from wherever they are. They could be on vacation doing this. They could be on the beach and making money. It was just something that was so different to me because I didn't have to order something every single month that was delivered to my house. I didn't have to push a product on someone, especially a product that I wasn't really even enjoying drinking or using myself. So even though I always made money in network marketing, my team didn't make money. And that's heart-wrenching to know that you have someone that's spending a few $100s a month on a product that is just probably sitting in their garage, like it was sitting in my garage. And I just thought that this whole idea was just brilliant. And the fact that families can do this together, kids can do it with their parents, college kids could make extra money, share it with their college friends, and as time went on, and I started learning more about the process and, upgrading to, different products, I realized that really someone can make a full-time income with this. I realized, just looking on Facebook, seeing nurses quitting their jobs, accountants quitting their jobs, that this is something that, I'm waiting, my friend Denise that's on the panel right now, I'm rooting for her. She's ready to fire her boss, any minute. And it's just so heartwarming to get a text message or a Facebook message from team members that they're loving this and they're making money and that they've never made money before, and all of a sudden they have a vehicle that's bringing income into their family. And someone said to me recently, well, how much can I really make? Can I make $1,500 a month extra money? And my answer was to make even $50 a day using the 1995 training. $50 a day doesn't sound like much, but when you times it by 30 days in the month, that's $1,500 a month. That's just making $50 a day, profit. So, I truly believe that, someone already said if DS domination, isn't here, we all have a way now to make money, to quit our jobs, to put our kids through college, to pay that car payment. I just feel truly blessed, with what Raja has presented to us, and the dream team, the tools that we're given to succeed, and the support, and the hoorays, and the cheering each other on. I just think it's awesome, and I really thank you for having me here tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa. And I'd like to kind of open it up to the panel of how has the dream team been like Lisa said, how have the tools of the dream team helped you with your DS domination business?
Well, I'd like to say something. I never really even knew I was part of a team. When I started, I kind of formed my own team, and many months later, I found out that my team was part of the dream team. So we merged our team together. And just, the training that's offered to us, having these hangouts that's offered to us, marketing systems, just, all different ways to learn how to do this. It's just been, remarkable. Even though Andrew and I never met, we're not on the same team, but we are on the same team. We're the dream team, and we are one big, DS domination family. And even for people who aren't on, in the dream team, we support everybody. We want everyone to succeed. This is something that has changed so many people's lives, and just to know that 90% of the people are in profit their very first month, and over 90% of the people don't quit their first month. That's unheard of in online marketing, that people aren't quitting. So that's my story.
Well, if I may hop in, one of the things that just is so exciting about the Dream Team is that Facebook is a big thing now. I mean, you rarely find a person who's online that isn't on Facebook. And the Dream Team has a Facebook fan page that we all can belong to, any of us. And information is shared there very freely. If someone's having a bad day, you can reach out to that. And as a online marketer, a person that's worked from home, oftentimes you can feel isolated. You have this computer that you're staring at, which is reaching out to the rest of the world, but you sometimes feel lonely. And when you have the support of a team that is on Facebook, that is together, you're constantly sharing. The other day, a man was selling something, and it struck me, you know what, you should really target this group of people with that item. And because of my background, I know about that group, but he didn't know about them. And so he has brought something to market using Genesis, which is not what we're talking about, but I'm just making a point, because he's bringing something to market that he can now sell to a whole new niche, a whole new group of people. And it's just an insight that I had that I was very happy to freely just hand out and give. Conversely, I put a post up today on our Dream Team Facebook page, and instantly there were 5 or 6 different people that we're offering insights, suggestions, encouragement, applause. The support of one another is just unparalleled. I have never seen another group of people online that give the support that the Dream Team does.
Thanks, Kimberly. Yeah, I'm a little bit like Lisa. I didn't know I was on the Dream Team till the event in Vegas, so I had a decent little team here in Indianapolis, and when we came out here, I just saw these crazy people with these Dream Team shirts and all that. I'm like, those guys are kind of cool. And then I found out and just kind of chatting with them. They're like, they found out who had recruited me, and they're like, you're on the Dream Team. I'm like, okay, cool. So I just introduced myself to Kenya and Alessandro, and I'm like, a system. You guys, I have someone to help me, because after a while I wasn't used to recruiting so many people. So it was like, so they have taught me so much already on just the leadership they do, the leadership calls they do, whatever. We did a conference last week just on people skills and communication, and just, I don't know, Kenya and Alessandro and Trent, they go to bat for us, and it's just going to keep growing, and this is just the start, and I'm having fun already.
You know, it takes a lot of work to be a team leader. It takes a lot of work to that you're not necessarily financially rewarded for, because, you know, really, how much are you going to get paid to sit on Facebook and answer the questions that we pose constantly to one another? And to have a team, to have Trent, Alessandro, and Kenya, who are willing to put up an additional website, an additional source for more training and more knowledge, that you get not only the DS site, not only the training that Roger Langell does, but also the additional training of the Dream Team. You know, they don't get paid an extra commission for that. They don't get paid an extra little bonus. They do that out of their own pockets for us. And that's why the Dream Team is so special. It's so unique. And you not only get to be a part of DS Domination, which is in and of itself the best MLM, the best system, whatever you want to call it, that I have ever seen in my life, but you get the Dream Team. And so get back with the person that referred you here today, and just buy the $20 level, get in there, pay attention, listen to the information. And you're going to blow more than $20 going out to lunch tomorrow or impulse buying at Walmart. Why don't you buy something that gives it back to you instead, you know?
Exactly.
I think also we'd like to mention, for under $20 a month, we do get a full business website. We do get 19 training videos. We do get live and recorded webinars. The webinar, the training that we get on Wednesday nights is unbelievable, and everything is recorded. And we have tons of training. I mean, this is for under $20, and it's a huge business in a box for $20. It's not, and the great thing is you don't really have to depend on who referred you. I mean, this training holds you by the hand. It's, our Facebook, groups are phenomenal when someone, needs a little help, but the actual training is right there, step by step.
You know, Lisa, one of the things that just impressed me so much about Roger is that when he does his trainings, when he does his teaching at the $20 pro level, he tells people, don't buy any higher level. Mm-hmm. Don't go until you master this. And that is unlike any other business. I can't think of a single one I've ever heard of where the leadership goes, don't buy the next level if you're not ready. Because it's almost always push, 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 And yes, we have more resources at higher levels that when you're ready, you can have for, paying more. But Roger says don't do that until you are successful at the $20 level. You're making your money. You're happy with eBay. You've got it all figured out. And we're going to teach you more. And that is impressive. That by itself.
And I think too, a lot of times that I'll look in my back office and I'll see, or I'll get the little email, you have another, commission. It's like, they didn't tell me they were going to, jump up to Elite or get Monopoly or Unleashed or whatever. And I know, okay, they're making money. They want more money, so I know that the training's working for them. They've proved it to themselves that, oh my God, this works, so I want to move my business up, so I'll move into that next step up. And it's not me, yelling at them, you got to get the next no, they're doing it on their own because they see it, they proved it to themselves, and that's a pretty neat feeling too, when you have that happen.
That's so true.
Yeah.
It's really awesome because no matter where you're at in life, like Lisa was mentioning, like Denise was mentioning, that no matter where you are, you can start there. Because it doesn't matter what happened in the past. I'm legally blind. I'm disabled. When I do my listings and when I do my order fulfillment, I sit with my nose about 3 inches from the screen and I move my head around. Because it's quicker than using the magnifying things that they have out there for the blind. For me, that's, But, so you can do this no matter what. If you're disabled and you're not employed right now, perfect. You've got plenty of time. You can do it. And you can get off disability, which doesn't pay that much, It doesn't.
Yeah, so there you go, Kimberly. I didn't know she was blind. So there you go. There's your excuses are all out the door. If you were having any doubts, yes. But no, you're
blind chick with 2 kids and her husband in prison. Yeah, I'm doing it, and I'm succeeding.
You're a beautiful person, and that blind definitely doesn't define who you are, Kimberly. And it just
no. That's why I didn't even think to mention it earlier. That's just not
on here. Focus on that.
It's so part of me that I don't think about it. I'm just like, oh yeah, that really helps somebody.
Yes, that's powerful. Thank you. Yeah, and I don't think a lot of we would probably rather be kind of doing something else at 9:30 on the Monday night. There's probably some football on and anything like that, but we wouldn't be on here, and we don't get paid anything extra. We're not, getting people. We need sign-ups by the end of the month, or we're not going to make some. We're just here hanging out, and that's kind of how we do things. We're pretty king in them. That's how we kind of duplicate our efforts. We help each other out. We help them. They're spending hours and hours answering the same questions over and over, and they're
patient.
And we just appreciate. We really appreciate their efforts. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Oh, I was just say, whoever sent you, don't go searching for us. We're just here for tonight to tell our story. And in 2 weeks, if you want to be on here, in 1 week, you want to be on here, that's fine. We're saying go back to the person that sent you this link, who cared enough about you to connect you and to give you this link, and sign up under them. And you'll see all of us in the Facebook group.
Yeah, yes, that's a good point. Like you said, you're the person that told you about this. They don't, the training itself and what the dream team gives. We're all a team, and you're gonna be successful. So, and I won't be signing anyone up that actually we're not really allowed to do that. So if go back to the person that sent you to this hangout, and get started. You can get started tonight. You can get started in the morning, and you can start making. You could actually start making sales before midnight tonight. It might be fast. I'd actually go through the videos first and get going tomorrow. But if you're like me, you just try to get a sale before. But yes, is anything else to add, Silas?
Yeah.
Anything? Any tips?
Just, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, everybody had great tips, and I just wanted to add, just kind of piggyback over everybody. I mean, just stay consistent. You decide to sign up, or if everybody decides to sign up watching this, for everybody else that's already in and is watching, just stay consistent. Find ways to motivate yourself. Don't get discouraged. You might have one bad month, but you might have 3 great months, so just stick to it.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. What about you, Sheila?
The only thing I may want to add is that one of the biggest things, especially with this hangout as well, is everybody in the dream team, the team that we know, and everybody's on these hangouts and that I've talked to, and I didn't get to go to Vegas, but I feel like I know everybody, just because everyone is so real. That is probably one of the biggest things. Nobody gets on here and does any fluff, not even Roger. I mean, nothing like that. There's no fluff. There's no, even the business side is sometimes set aside because we're just all real people with real, real life going on and just looking for that blessing and looking for a better life. So I appreciate all of that for everybody who's listening on Hangout, everybody in the Dream Team. That's very important and just, I think, a wonderful thing. That's all I have to add.
Awesome, and I just appreciate everybody on this panel taking time out of your night to just tell your experiences. We're not here hard recruiting. We're not here doing this. We're trying to help each other because that's what this is all about. We want to see each other because I get kind of bored just sitting at home making money. It's kind of fun watching everyone else change lives, change just the stories that are created. But I just want to say thanks to Kenya and Trent again, and the person that brought you on here. And get started. The worst that can happen is that you lost out on $20. Oh no, So you can. You're not under any contract. But you will succeed. You're going to make more than $20 probably this week. So you'll make your investment back quick. So we're gonna end that tonight, and I just thank you again, panel, and have a good night, everyone.
Good night.